Hi, welcome to my channel. Um, this is just gonna be like me spitballing stuff, just because I just gotta work. I'm a little tired. If I miss anything, I will annotate below in the comments or whatever. I'm very new to this, so I really don't know what I'm doing. But it's just gonna be like, why am I creating a YouTube channel? And of course, the one thing that I've been promising everybody for a while now is those questions that I've been asked a lot. So let's get into the first thing of why am I creating a YouTube channel? Well, I personally like what is currently on the platform of YouTube and everything like that, but I think there could be just a little bit more. Because you look up, what the best type of snake is, everyone has 1,010 different options. You have people like Snake Discovery, where they are, they're really cool, cleanse reptiles, people like that, where you get a lot of good information, but they just solely focus on only the snakes and the animals in the hobby. What I want to do is I want to add a little bit of a flair to that. So I have a couple ideas, blue sky ideas that I have. I won't get into too much just in case they're stolen. I don't think they would be though. But what's the best type of rock to use in your setup? Well, is fiberglass really good? Is real good? And silly things like stupid ideas that I have, like can you use a computer to warm a fish tank? See where I'm getting at? Like, it's stupid ideas, but it's something that I really want to see if we can do. So there's going to be a lot of fun stuff like that. But another thing is I want to travel and see snakes in their wild habitat, reptiles in the wild habitat, and learn about them. We're going to be learning all this together because I'm not the smartest person when it comes to this kind of thing. I just know how to take care of them in captivity. But I want to know, what they're in wildlife, travel to other locations, travel the world, see what, they look like in their natural habitat. Another thing that I want to do is see how us as humans are learning to cohabitate, or I think that's the right word, cohabitate, with reptiles. Like, see what every state, every country, even theme parks like Disney, see what they do in order to not only boost the ecosystem around them, but also see what they do in order to enhance the ecosystem. So that way, though it is a built up location, it doesn't necessarily mean that we're going to drive wildlife out. Because that's the one thing I love. I love going outside and being one with nature and admiring wild snakes. Um, so that's the kind of reason that I want to start this channel because I have so many ideas and so many cool things that I know about, and I think everyone else should have that same knowledge. Furthermore, I also want to have an excuse to, babble, just talk, because there are so many different things that people ask all the time, and I'm like, well, there should be an answer. So there's going to be a lot of videos that I want to do that are solely based off of the community of, reptile handlers and everything like that, where, taking all those questions and just have them properly answered or answered to the degree of which it makes sense to like a newcomer or something. So moving on, let's go ahead and get over to those lovely questions that I am asked all the time. So, the number one question I am asked is, are these animals mine? Are they my pets? And the answer is yes, they are. These are all my pets. I treat them all the same. I love them like I love my cat. But, they're a little bit easier to take care of if you own snakes and everything, you understand that. Um, will I ever start a breeding project? Yes and no. Yes, I want to do breedings, but I'm not going to focus on the breeding aspect of everything more than I will focus on the educational part of things. I mean, I bred my crested geckos together kind of by accident. I just wanted to see what they do, and they produce babies. So now I have babies that I got to take care of and eventually sell. Another thing that I'm asked is, what is the biggest animal I own? Outside of my cat, it is Poppy right here. Poppy is my little ball python. If you do not know about her, she is a 4-year-old ball python, and she is tiny. The reason is I believe she is malnourished as a baby, so she never grew to that full size. But she is perfect for the programs I do because everybody can hold her, and as you can see, she's just chilled. Another question I'm asked is, why do I do community outreach programs? To me, that is me bestowing my knowledge onto others. The reason they are called community outreach programs is because I'm reaching out to you guys, I'm reaching out to the community. I want to do something that a video cannot portray. So, I'm a very tactile learner. I love learning with my hands, I love touching, I love seeing. But listening to someone on screen and listening to someone in real life and asking questions that you might have off the top of your head, and, if you go to a YouTube channel, they might answer your questions, or you might have other people answer your question. But sometimes you don't necessarily know you have a question unless you hear a specific thing or you see something specific. That is why I do these outreach programs, so that way everybody has the opportunity to learn. The reason they are free, and I do it solely voluntarily, is because that type of knowledge should be free. You shouldn't have to wait for an ad on YouTube. You shouldn't have to feel like if you ask a question, are the comments going to hate me? That kind of thing. I want to build a community based off of, knowledge that is shared by me or others, so that way everybody is on the same playing field. And a goal of mine is to start going to, other locations where I live and doing other states in the US, because I think that would be really cool in order to get like a little hub thing, meet and greet, whatever. I don't think I'm going to be that famous, to be honest, but hey, here's for dreaming, right? But like just getting out, because I know Josh's Vlogs has podcasts. There's podcasts all over the world, and they teach you about many different things. But sometimes seeing is a little bit better than listening, and or holding is better than seeing. Seeing is better than listening. At least that is my sole opinion. Now, of course, other people learn differently, and to those, cool. If you get all the knowledge you need off of a video or via text or whatever, more power to you. But I am one of those people that I love to be there and learn about what I'm seeing, like being able to touch. I love the aquarium. She just went to one of Maui. That one was fantastic. But going back, I do want to start going to other states, hopefully in the future, so that way we can do community outreach programs there and start programs in those states to where the vendetta against exotic animals is kind of dissolved, doesn't exist anymore. And not only that, but just to have fun. Doing this, I love it, which is why these programs are free. One final question is, how do I get all my animals this calm to where anybody can hold them? I might do a separate video for that because it's a lot of talking, but just know that repetition, holding the animals, getting them desensitized to us, and of course, them thinking we're not food, and knowing that we are not a threat to them. It's how I get them to be so easily handled. From my snake to my crested geckos. All of them are handled. They know I'm not a threat. They know, whoever is holding them is not a threat. So long as they follow my rules and everything, they're never going to lash out or, drop their tails, whatever, because they know that what we are is not their predator, nor are we their prey. One more blue sky idea that I do have, I do want to start doing stuff live, so either YouTube live or even on Twitch. I think I might start doing like some gaming nights and everything to where, I'm playing games, but I will answer any questions you all have. That is very much down the road, but we'll see we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. I think I've been talking enough. So, like I said, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, go ahead and let me know down below. If you want to reach out to me, you can either start a conversation down below or follow me on Instagram or Facebook. You are more than welcome to. If you want to subscribe to my Patreon, you can. It's kind of a barren wasteland right now because I'm only doing small promotions and everything, but hopefully with the coming months and everything, the YouTube videos that I will post will go there first. You have chances and everything to, vote on merch, see if anything new comes in, and stuff like that. But like I said, thank you all for watching. And if you have any questions, just let me know. Have a good night.